YouTube and welcome to this episode of the Gunman Raw. So today we've got a pretty straightforward job. We've got two blends here, that's all that's on the body of the car. We've got a brand new door shell and a new sill cover there. So I've obviously already got the wet on wet primer down on the new panels, and I covered this up while I was doing that. We're just going to cut this plastic out and get these ready, and we'll be putting the colour on soon. So excuse the voice, I'm recovering from the flu, and no, it's not COVID. I got tested. I know what you're all thinking. So I wouldn't blame you if you tuned out for this video, because I'm not my usual perky self, and you may not want to listen to that nasally voice, but just I'll let you know I probably won't be talking as much as usual in this video. I actually I had Monday and Tuesday off this week. Monday and Tuesday off work. Today is Thursday as of making this video, and yeah, today, like, I felt better yesterday than I did today. It was strange, like, yeah, maybe, I don't know what it is. I don't know exactly what it is, but I would say it's probably just the flu, you know. Originally, it was just like my tonsils all swelling up, and I couldn't swallow properly. And it was nothing in the nose at all until just yesterday it started coming up into the nose, and it's actually kind of got worse. I felt like I was getting better then, but then it sort of came back to getting worse again. But I got a shot for COVID and a test, so you know it definitely shouldn't be COVID, but one of the guys that I work with got his second shot. This is when you probably have to go and follow me on Rumble, mate. Go follow me on Rumble and BitChute, because who knows? I'll probably be locked up for saying what I'm about to say, but I haven't seen him since he had his second shot. Haven't seen him once. That was one of the panel beaters here. As far as I know, he's been in hospital ever since. So you take out of that what you will, but I think he might have got the Pfizer one. And then one of my old friends from Bendigo, he's not getting it. He's not getting the jab because one of his friends in Queensland, he used to live up there in Queensland, and one of his old friends got the jab, and 10 minutes later died from an asthma attack or something like that. Rushed to hospital, and supposedly it went down on the books as an asthma attack, but it was pretty sad, really. So he's not getting it. He's like, nah. I don't blame him either, but yeah. Don't get me wrong, I still think bigger picture vaccines are very good, and even the COVID-19 vaccines are very good, you know. You got to think about numbers, you know what I mean? Like, statistically, you're much better off getting the vaccine than getting COVID. I would say, anyway. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Don't take any medical advice from me, man. I just know what I hear. But yeah, so I came back to work yesterday, and as I say, I was actually sort of feeling alright, but you know, I felt like I was getting a bit better. So I was having some Sudafed or Codral cold and flu or something. That's the stuff that sort of, you know, makes you feel a little bit better. And it seemed to be working yesterday, and I was kind of feeling like I was getting better, but then, yeah, last night and today, it's like it's got worse. I'm feeling bad again. But yesterday I came in and I painted a bonnet off a Kia. It was like a Kia Carnival or something like that. and it came out terrible. It was like one of the worst jobs I've ever painted. Like the clear coat looked fine, the color looked fine, but there was just dust and crap all through it. So I don't know what, honestly. Look, I've thought about it, and you might notice I'm wearing a nice new spray suit, but I gave this whole thing a really good blowout and a clean out. I reckon it came from here, because after having a bit of a look at it, I noticed that there was a couple of little bits of overspray or dust inside there. So I reckon I might have even blown the dust into the job itself. But yeah, now I've given it a good blowout, so it should be nice and clean this time. I've got 2 brand new tack rags, I'm using them. I gave my respirator a clean out and a blow down and a wipe out. As you see, I've got my new spray suit. I had a look in the guns and like pulled them down, and they look all good. So yes, I really don't want a repeat of what happened to me yesterday. Maybe you could just sort of say, you know, the job came out the way I felt, like shit. So yeah, I was kind of 50-50 about even coming in yesterday and definitely today, but I don't know, it's just about I don't want to get someone else sick, although I know it's not COVID, but still, you don't want to be going and spreading it. But ultimately, I decided to come in, and I've been wearing my mask. Like I don't even usually wear my mask when the government says you have to wear your mask, when you're meant to, you know what I mean? Even during the lockdowns and shit like that, I don't know, it's like, mate, I'm not going to spread something I don't bloody have, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, I know, asymptomatic spread and shit like that. It's like, mate, I would know if I had COVID, you know what I mean? And if it's that deadly of a virus that you need to be tested to know that you've got it, like, yeah, I don't know. But I say that because I have been wearing it today and yesterday, because, yeah, it could help stop me spread, because I am sick, and I think it's probably just the flu. I actually always used to get the flu shot, but I don't know, since COVID, I'm like, meh, mate, we've got lockdowns. I'm never not even going to get the flu, but now they're sort of open back up, I might actually start getting the flu shot again. Supposedly there's a new vaccine coming out, like Novavax, which sounds interesting. Supposedly it's like the flu shot and COVID, both in one. One of my mates from over there in Western Australia, he's not too keen on the vaccine, but he's like, nah, that's the one that I will get. So he doesn't, I think he's quit his job because he needed to be vaccinated, and he's like, nah, I don't need that work and I don't want your vaccine. So he's out of work at the moment, but he said, yeah, he'll probably wait for the Novavax or something. As I say, don't take any of that advice from me. And please don't demonetize my channel, YouTube. I'm just sharing my opinion, you know. Relax. But yeah, one thing that I started noticing last week, like, I was starting to get like this burning sensation in my nose, and it sort of slowly crept up. I thought it was originally the gun wash that we use here. It's like a recycled gun wash, and it's really harsh, like a really, really strong smell. Anyway, I did start noticing that it was when I was around the solvents and even some of the clear coats, and even the Prepsol I noticed would start to sort of get that burning sensation in my nose. So I'm just going to be a little bit more careful, and I have been a little bit more careful when I'm around the paint fumes and stuff like that, because that's the kind of thing that will turn into cancer, I would imagine anyway. Like, I'm no expert on it, but that's one of the last things I want is cancer. And so from now on, I'm always going to, at the very least, wear my half mask when I'm Prepsoling, always wear my gloves when I'm Prepsoling, but yeah, I might even just start using this respirator when I'm doing my Prepsol stage. So and always when I'm cleaning my guns out and mixing paint up, even in that ventilated mixing room, I'm gonna start, I have been wearing my half-mast charcoal filtered respirator. So this is basically like a new car, so fingers crossed I'm not going to get any silicone in the job. I haven't got any in the wet on wet yet, which is good, but you can see even through there, it's like, it's got that silicone based tire cleaner. But I'm gonna put this on for when we do the prep soling. And as I said, I'm probably not gonna be yelling into the respirator today, so I might just let you watch. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me, but especially with all the air rushing through this respirator, I won't be talking as much as I usually do. I might give you a couple bits of information here and there. But yeah, you can see those little silicone spots opening up. Can you see that? And I prep soled this before I masked, and obviously doing it again now. So hopefully we won't have any in the final finish. M is the paint code. It's a pretty nice blue. I did spray the colour out. I found a good colour chip. I actually overdosed on a bit of the yellow, like I put in an extra gram of yellow. So I just thought, well, I'll double check that didn't change it too much, but I wasn't originally going to spray the colour out because the colour chip was very good, but as it turned out, it didn't really even change the colour that much. So for a blend, it was fine. Now, next up is the tack ragging. So I mixed up my clear and got it in the booth. The very first thing I did was mix up the clear. Got it in the booth so it's warming up. Bloody Melbourne, man. The weather here is crap. It is so bloody bad. It's literally summer. I just clicked over to summer like a week or so ago, and today it's bloody freezing. I forgot how bad Melbourne's weather was until I came back. There's a little cut through there. I actually didn't prep this guard up. It was one of the other guys. Originally it was going to be his job, but then the boss changed his mind. He put me onto it halfway through. Don't forget to go and buy yourself a new gunman suit, mate. Get yourself something nice for Christmas. Get yourself a new gunman suit. Or merchandise. So I thinned this down 25%. I've been talking a bit about viscosities and thinning ratios lately, and someone recommended giving 25% a shot. 25% reducer, that is. You can see that the coverage is actually starting to go down a little bit. I'll see how it goes, but I might go back to 20%. Because that coverage is pretty poor by the looks of that. But I'm not going to give up yet. I'll give it a good try. It might end up being a lot better for the metallic. Might blend out better. So I'll get the air blower, blow that down, and I'll see you guys when we're ready for the second coat. So yeah, one thing I definitely did notice is that with that extra bit of reducer, it does dry a lot faster. So that was literally like 2 minutes that I turned the camera off for then. So what I've been doing is leaving the pressure the same for the first and second coat, but winding the fluid in, half a turn. Not far off changing these walls over. They're going to do that before Christmas, so that's good. They're getting a little bit dirty. I think you actually do use a bit less paint. Strangely enough, you actually use less paint when you put more reducer in. I guess because it's coming out easier and you don't have to crank that pressure up to get it out, you know what I mean? So I'll just put one more coat on the inside here. That'll be it for the inside, and one more for the outside. Anyway, I'll see you here in a minute for the last coat. Well, that coat dried even faster than the last one, so I'm starting to like this, to be honest. I'll still do my drop coat. I think it's good practice. So there might be some colours like the metallic greens, reds and blues, like there's the light blues, those ones that don't cover too well. I might like mix them up with a little bit less reducer just so I get better coverage out of them. But for these kind of colours, I reckon, and the ones that cover well, I reckon 25% works well. Well, I've already got my clear coat mixed up, so I'll let this dry down and then probably give it another 5 or 10 minutes after that just to make sure it's nice and dry, and then I'll see you guys here when we're ready to clear. Radio guys, back to it. So yeah, probably 5 or 10 minutes between base and clear. I gave those blends a good tack rag down so they feel nice and clean. I thought, why not use the Lotus? I've been enjoying using this gun lately, so I thought I may as well just keep going with it. Good for getting like a nice sort of a tight finish, this gun, a nice flat finish. And these Mazdas have definitely got a very tight finish on them. It's quite appealing, like I don't know, it's so hard to explain. Most of you probably already know. But yeah, like Mazdas, they really don't put much material on there. But it's, yeah, it's like the opposite than the European finishes. The European finish has got a very thick, chunky finish, whereas this is very tight but thin. I nearly didn't even come in today, so I'm not going to feel guilty for standing there in the corner in between coats. I would usually go out and do something, clean out my base coat gun, but I'm just feeling a bit run down and tired and sick. I am sick. Anyway, I'll see you guys here in a minute for the second coat.